Yesterday was the show. Today is where the work happens. Day 2 of Google I/O 2026 isn't about smart glasses and viral demos. It's about the stuff that's actually going to change how the next 580 million Android devices, every Chrome browser, every smartwatch, and a brand new laptop category get built. And honestly, this is the day Google quietly won the AI race. It's May 20th, 2026. The crowd thinned out from yesterday, the cameras left, but inside the developer keynote and dozens of breakout sessions, Google laid out the real story. What 85 plus sessions, code labs, and the stacked dev agenda actually mean for builders. I watched all of it, so you don't have to. Day 2 opened with the developer keynote at 1:30 PT, and the message was crystal clear. Google has officially moved past AI that assists you and into agents that work for you. The headline announcement, Antigravity 2.0, is no longer just a coding tool. It's a full agent-first development platform with a standalone desktop app, cross-platform sandboxing, credential masking, and hardened Git policies. You can now spin up specialized sub-agents that handle complex workflows on their own. And they shipped the Antigravity CLI, available immediately to every Gemini CLI user. Then they dropped something that, if you build anything, you need to pay attention to. Managed agents in the Gemini API. One API call gets you a fully provisioned agent with a remote sandbox. No infrastructure to set up. They literally removed the friction, and alongside it, the new Antigravity SDK gives developers the exact same agent harness Google uses internally, but flexible enough to run anywhere. This is Google saying, "Come build on us. We'll handle the plumbing." Then it was Android's turn. Android 17, codenamed Cinnamon Bun, got its full unveiling, and it's the biggest visual overhaul since Material Design. But the real story is Gemini intelligence at the OS level. AI agents that can take control of your device, autofill smarts, dramatically better voice to text, and a new App Functions API that lets any third-party app expose its features to Gemini. Want to order from DoorDash without opening the app? Just say it. The Android ecosystem now spans 580 million large-screen devices, and Google's unifying widget development through Jetpack Glance, one widget framework across phones, watches, and cars. On the wrist, Wear OS 7 got announced. Built on Android 17, it ships with a brand new feature called Wear Widgets that replaces the old tile system entirely. 2x1 and 2x2 layouts that match phone widgets exactly. AI-generated widgets created in AI Studio sync directly to your watch. And Gemini Intelligence is coming to select smartwatches later this year, though it needs Gemini Nano V3. So realistically, that's Pixel Watch 4 and certain Galaxy Watch 8 models. Older watches get everything else, just not the on-device AI. Here's where things get interesting. Googlebook got more details. The new premium laptop category replacing Chromebooks. Hardware ships this fall from Acer, Asus, Dell, HP, and Lenovo. The OS, codenamed Aluminium, is a merged Android and Chrome OS platform built around Gemini intelligence at the system level. This is the first laptop designed from the ground up around AI. And for developers, Google opened up the new APIs so existing Android apps work natively, with new tools to optimize for the larger screen and Gemini integration. For the open source crowd, Day 2 finally gave Gemma 4 the spotlight. Released back in April under a fully commercial Apache 2.0 license, Gemma 4 comes in 4 sizes: a 2B and 4B optimized for on-device, a 26B mixture of experts, and a 31B dense model. At launch, the 31B ranked 3rd on the Arena AI leaderboard among all open models. Both outperform models 20 times their parameter count. Google's session covered the full pipeline: model discovery, fine-tuning, deploying to cloud, desktop, and edge. If you're building open AI, this is the model family to watch. Day 2 also brought big news for web and app developers. Chrome got deeper Gemini integration, plus Chrome DevTools for agents. Your AI agent can finally see how the code it writes actually performs at runtime. Firebase is going agent native with new tools to deploy and manage AI agents at scale. And Google AI Studio got native Kotlin support. You can now vibe code Android apps directly in the browser with workspace integrations and one-click deploy to Cloud Run. Export your project state to Antigravity at any point and keep building. The whole stack is connected now. And finally, for the XR developers waiting on smart glasses, Android XR Developer Preview 4 is here. Core libraries are moving toward beta, hardware partner programs expanded, and Google opened up the full glasses SDK. If you want to build for the audio glasses launching this fall, whether that's the Warby Parker collab, Gentle Monster, or the Samsung and X-Real Project Aura hardware, the tools are now in your hands. So that was day 2 of Google I/O 2026. Less hype, way more substance. Antigravity 2.0 and managed agents, Android 17 with Gemini at the OS level, Wear OS 7, Googlebook details, Gemma 4 for OpenAI, Chrome, Firebase, AI Studio all wired together, and the XR Developer SDK in builders' hands. If yesterday was about Google's vision, today was about giving developers the tools to build it. Over 85 sessions and code labs go live on demand starting May 21st. Drop a comment if you're planning to build something with any of this. I want to hear what you're cooking up. Hit subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.